Morning. On my Discord, there was a poll put up. I'll send you guys a link if you haven't joined already. Go ahead and hop in. There was a poll that was put up. Do you like the old J videos or the new J videos with the high def camera and all that? Well, most people like the old school shit. So I'm going back to the old webcam here that focuses on the mic a lot. So I got a story for you guys. Crazy roommates. After I sold my sailboat and moved in with Ted, he's the guy that blew up the space shuttle, and he started renting some rooms out of his place, and I rented one. Then a couple other guys would move in and out throughout the years. One guy that moved in, he stayed there for a long fucking time, and after a couple of years of him being there, this guy, bit of an alcoholic and drugs and shit, and he met this crazy broad, and she was always hanging out at the house and stuff, and before you know it, she moved in too. They didn't even ask Ted about it. Like, hey, is it okay if my girlfriend moves in? You know, because that affects other people as well, you know. And so she just moved her shit in. And she did a lot of drugs, did a lot of drinking. She was constantly fucked up. I don't even think that she worked that much. But they fought a lot. They got in a lot of arguments and stuff. And it was always her. Just yelling at him and shit like that. She got all tanked and just stir up a fight with him. Things got out of control one day. She was yelling at him and stuff, and he's telling her to calm down and this and that. And one thing led to another. She got violent. She started like throwing punches at him and stuff, and he's, you know, covering himself up, and he did one of these to like push her away. Like, get off me. Well, she lost her footing, or she just totally sold it. Fell back, landed like into some furniture and shit. It wasn't too bad, but she suddenly started crying hysterically, and she said, "I can't believe you just hit me." And he totally didn't hit her. I saw the whole thing. I was in and out of the kitchen in my bedroom, and I saw this shit happen in the living room. And she pulls out her phone, she's sobbing, and she calls 911. She said, "My boyfriend just beat the shit out of me." And him and I look at each other like, what the fuck? And we were just stunned. I thought he took off. I thought he was going to get in his truck and haul ass and get out of there. He didn't. He locked himself in the bathroom. And cops show up. I'm fucking there. They grab me. And I'm like, I'm just the roommate. I'm not her boyfriend. And they go inside the house, and she's like, he's locked himself in the bathroom. They're banging on the bathroom door. Get out, come out, we want to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. And just going crazy and shit. And I'm like, this is fucking nuts. The bathroom door unlocks. And then the cops open it. And there he is in the bathroom. His mouth is busted open. His eyes swollen shut. There's blood on his chin. And he's looking at him. He's going, "Please, keep her away from me. She's nuts. She's on drugs." And she looked past the cops and saw him. And she said, "You motherfucker!" And tried to get in there to get him again. And the cops completely flipped the script. They looked at her and said, "What the fuck are you doing to him?" And she's like, "He's a fucking liar. Da, da, da. He did that to himself." And they handcuffed her, took her to jail. And I talked to him. I said, "Dude, that's some pretty quick thinking there, man." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Try beating the shit out of yourself. It's a lot harder than you think it'd be." But he got busted up. He busted himself up pretty good. Yeah. So they hauled her off to to jail. And guess what? He didn't want to file charges or anything like that. And she's back in the house and within like a day and a half. So, and they kept fighting and all that shit. And, yeah. They eventually moved out, thank God. And then another guy moved in. This guy was a fucking winner, too. This guy used to drink beer a lot and shit, and he did some construction type work, and there was like a bunch of like giant squid coming up the coast from Mexico. And I'd heard about it. It was like the talk of the town and stuff. And he said that he was going to go on a fishing charter and with his buddies and catch some squid. And so he went out one day, gone all day, came back, and sure as shit, he had a cooler. And he had caught 2 giant squid about 5 feet long, 5 feet tall. And he's like, we got calamari for months, guys. And we were like, holy shit. So he was pretty hammered by the time he got back home and shit. And he's like, I'll deal with these squid tomorrow. They're fine. They'll just be in the cooler. So he left the cooler in the backyard. Next day, he's hungover, watched football, didn't do anything with the squid. Next day, he's back at work. Forgot about the squid. The next weekend, he went out of town. The squid's still in the backyard in the cooler. That cooler full of squid stayed in that backyard all summer long. And the guy moved out in the fall. Left the cooler in the backyard full of squid. Now, if you went into the kitchen, in the kitchen, in the dining area, there's a sliding glass door that leads to the backyard. If you're in that kitchen, you could smell that squid. It was getting bad. Ted had remodeled the cabinets in the kitchen, so all the old shit was in the backyard on a flatbed trailer. And he's like, Jay, I got to do a dump run. Can you help me throw away all this shit? I said, yeah, sure. We hitch up the trailer, get in the truck. But as we're hitching up that trailer, the squid, you could smell the squid. And he said, Jay, we got to get this cooler out of here. I said, yeah, we do. And the closer I got to it, the more nauseous I got. He grabbed a handle, I grabbed a handle, and we lifted up. You could hear slushing sounds inside the cooler. We put the cooler on the trailer, and I'm about to barf. And we get in the truck, we drive over to the landfill out there in Ventura, the dump. And we start throwing away all the pieces of old cabinets and stuff out there, and so we saved the best for last. He said, all right, let's do it. And I did one of these. I put my fucking shirt up over my nose, and it didn't really help much. And he grabbed one handle, I grabbed the other one, and we start swinging it. 1, 2, 3, and we just yarded that cooler. And as it went into the air, it rotated, and the lid wasn't locked. And the lid opened up. And you see all this fucking gross shit. Like slime and fumes. Like you could see it's like a mist of like funk that came out of this cooler. And just splash everywhere. And we ran and jumped inside the truck and got the fuck out of there. And those poor bastards working in that dump had to smell that shit. Like for months probably. Oh man. That was fucking gross. Yeah, we had some pretty crazy roommates over the years. But, insane. Totally insane. Well, guys, high fives and boners. I hope you enjoyed this little short story of crazy roommates. And if you did, hit like, hit subscribe. It's free! Don't you like free? Where's my fucking horn at? And check out my Twitch channel. Check out my Discord. And some other shit down there. So, anyways, hope you guys have a good one. You guys are awesome. And, yeah. I'll catch you at the next one. See ya! Okay, how do I fucking turn this off? Oh, jeez. Oh, there it goes.